What's up everyone, welcome back. Going to be putting the Gforce back together today. I got a new bearing for it. New bearing for the front lay shaft. That's the one that was where's the cover? That's the one that sits in there where the housing was cracked. So it had a bit of a notch to it, so I thought I'd get another one just in case. It's also got a seal too on the front side, so that should help aid with oil not spilling out as well, even though I've got this cover now. But just to make doubly sure, that seal is going to be another guarantee. So far today, all I've really done is I've cleaned up all the silicone that was on these on this plate here and on the housings. There wasn't too much on there, but I've just scraped it off with a razor and just scotch brite with a bit of brake clean. Gets it up nice and shiny, gets all the shit off there. Just gone through and checked all the gear set as well for any chips on the teeth, and just the dog rings for cracks, because these here are prone to cracking, because these are obviously what happens when you shift. That just gets smashed into there to grab that gear on that shaft there, like so. Then it spins freely, no gear. So yeah, when you're shifting these, since there's no synchro, like a synchronized box, there's nothing to match this main shaft with the rest of the gear set spinning, so it just gets smashed in there and grabs the gear. So yeah, they get a bit of abuse and end up cracking after a while, so a replacement part. But this one looks alright. So I did find this small amount of pitting on the this is your input shaft, clutch is on that end, so it goes on there, and it sits on there with a needle roller. It's only just, the needle's only just touching the pitting, so it should be okay. But they can make a bit of, well, they can get noisy. Like you'd hear that, if that pitting was a bit further down and a bit more pronounced everywhere, you'd actually hear it in a synchro box. You probably won't hear it in a dog box, but it's very minor and it's only just touching the needle, so should be right for a race car. Yeah, so I think that comes off, so you can get the input shaft on right here. The gear comes off, input shaft on, and then that gear back over top. Sweet. Also, if it's been fully cleaned, this has still got oil residue on it, so it'll be right. But if it's been clean, it's probably good idea to put some oil in there, because it's like quite secluded away from getting splashed. Like it'll get there eventually, but if it was dead bone dry, it's probably run the risk of having it run dry for a little while. So give it a bit of lube. This here's a bit of an intricate fucking setup, because you kind of have to mash the gears together first and then put them like that, because you can't put one on and then the other one, because it interferes with the bearing or the this side. So when I can find it, I am looking cabbage as fuck right now. Holy shit. Where are we? Fuck's sake. There we go. Damn, made that look way more difficult than it should be. But yeah, input shaft's on, so I'll put the new bearing in the housing. Sits down in there. The bearing is just a nice and easy slip over. This is the old one, but the new one, it's a nice slip on the shaft, so you don't have to fucking force or anything, but you have to force the bearing into the casing there, because it's quite a snug fit. So I'll put the bearing in the casing first. I'll sit the gear set probably up on the vise upwards, and then lower the casing over the gear set, rather than try to put the gear set into the housing, because it'll fucking be a nightmare. I've got the bearing smacked in there, not smacked in, pressed in there nicely. It just goes up, there's a snap ring around there, so the snap ring bottoms out against the housing, and that's how far it goes. And I think this is the O-ring, so give it a quick wipe and silicone it in there so it doesn't go anywhere, and drop her over. Right, I got the what do you call it, O-ring thingy, gasket seal, fucking yep, I got that pushed in there and just smeared some silicone over top of it. I've left the join of the O-ring up at the top of the box just in case there's ever like an issue with where it's joined sort of thing, so that because the top of the box isn't going to see as much oil, it's only going to see like splashes, as opposed to the bottom of the casing where the oil is always going to be sitting. So to minimize any issue there, I'll leave the joint up the top. So I think that's ready to go over top. If I set my camera up here, peace. Fucking loser. Should be sweet to drop this housing over top. This way. Just like that. Fuck, I wish it went in that easy all the time. I'm sorry, but fucking retarded today. Yeah, sweet. That's that. I will put the back casing on. I'll flip her upside down, put the back casing over top of the other side, silicone that in, find the seal, and bolt it up, and that'll be the bulk of it done. I better not forget this gear that goes over this end, because that would be shit. This gear for this side is actually stepped here and hollow there. I've forgotten which way it goes, but I'm pretty sure, because if it goes this way, yeah, I'm having a fucking mare. Like that, it actually rubs on the bearing. So I'm guessing it goes this way instead. Why is this so difficult? Send help. Holy shit. Yeah, this way it doesn't rub, so it clears, so I'm assuming it's that way. And it looks like you can see the circlip imprint in there anyway. Detective on the job. So this is going to be a little bit shit. I want to put the gearbox that way in the vise, because if I put this over top, this gear's just going to fall out. Same with this one, so I'm going to have to do it sideways and sort of jimmy it all together like that. Man, I came up with ingenious ways to set that GoPro up in places in my fucking shed. Sweet, this is ready to go on. I got the O-ring pressed in, some silicone, needle. So we got that, either side of that reverse intermediate gear there, put that on there. This looks like, okay, that ring style fucking thing on the end there locates in that reverse shifter, so we sort of have to sit that in there on the shifter, because if we put it on the shaft we won't get that over top, so we have to set it up like that. Like so. Come on, girly. Like, yay. Locate that in that hole there, and there we go. Done deal. Done deal. Fuck, I hate silicone. You wipe it on a rag and then you touch the rag again and you get more silicone on you, and then you fucking try to wipe that off and it just goes everywhere. Pain in the ass. Sweet, that is sorted. Put the bolts in and you get all the other bullshit on the outside onto it. I won't bore you with me doing up bolts because you've all fucking seen bolts done up. Right, I got it bolted up. Just run a bit of Loctite on them just because it's rattly drift car getting abused, so it's good to not have your bolts come loose. When I get this far with any gearbox, like just putting the housings and the gear set together, before it goes too far, I like to just make sure it all spins freely and works how it should before getting it right back together and finding out that you've fucked up something and jammed something together and it fucking doesn't work. So no gears selected, should be able to hold the bottom shaft, hold my GoPro like that, hold the output shaft from the input shaft, that works nicely. And then if you select the gear, come on you bastard, select the gear, should spin the output shaft, and if we camera, put it there, hope you can see, and that's definitely in gear, so seems to work all good. Oh yeah, may not forget to check the reverse gear, should spin the opposite way, and it does. Excellent. Oh, a nut fell off the end of it. Cool. Oh, that's because the fucking, yeah, right, I know what that's for. I'm missing a bolt here, so I don't know where that's gone. I don't think it had like an ARP style bolt in there. I think it's been lost before and it just had a regular bolt, so I'll have to find something for that, or what one went in there. But for now, I'll put her up. We'll get the front together. It's got to put our little snap ring there in that slot there to hold the input shaft in place. It's really just so it doesn't thrust back and forward. There, we'll put our setup on there and see how it all looks. Alright, got our plate there screwed up. I'll just give the excess silicone a wipe off so it doesn't look so shit. Great job. So yeah, next we'll put on the input shaft seal cover thing, silicone that over top, should be good to go. Just have to fill the edges and hopefully we don't have any issues there, because it's not a like a snug fit where I've milled out to fit over there, so there's going to be a little bit of a gap to be filled by silicone, but very minor. It should pull up sweet. Alright, that's the front assembled. I'll trim off all the excess silicone when it dries with a razor blade, just to let it really settle in. Yeah, so next this goes over top, but I'll probably wait for that to dry so I can trim it, so we give it a little while. Right, I gave it a bit and just gave it a clean up. I'm going to bolt the adapter plate on here first, and then bell housing, obviously bolt the adapter plate through these four, and then bell housing bolt to the pattern there, and it locates nice on the this cover here too, so it's nice and well centralized enough, so there's no issue of it getting bolted up, because these holes are slight, kind of like oval, so if it didn't locate on there very well, it would be a pain in the ass to fucking get it running true. But someone's thought of it, and yeah, sick. What I might do when I put this on is just put a bit of silicone in where that cover overlaps my plate, just as a bit of extra assurance that we're not going to get any leaks through that zone, because it's not like a perfect interference machine fit sort of thing. I've sort of just clearanced it enough to get it to fit over top, so a little bit of extra silicone never hurt anybody, right? And by extra I just mean just a little couple of dobs on the corners there, then it can get squashed in real nice by the plate. Actually no, you know what I've just realised? This adapter plate should go on the bell housing first, because you can put the clutch on the motor and the bell housing over top, and then all you got to do is slip the gearbox in the back of the bell housing and bolt it up through the 4 Muncie pattern bolts for ease of installation. So I won't be doing that just yet, so scratch that idea for now. That's when it goes in the car, so I'll leave it how it is like this. Put the selector fork cover on and the shifter, and I think that's about it actually. It should be good to go in the car. Right, this bit's easy. These 2 forks here, see the grooves? They just slide straight over those dog rings there, so it should just go like that. Locates on a couple of pins there, put the bolts in. Good to go. Alright guys, with that piece all bolted on, that's pretty much me fucked for going any further. You don't want to see the shifter and that go on, that's pretty fucking mundane. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be me for the day, all finished. Can't really put it back in the car because I don't have any oil for it yet, and I don't have any clutch things like nipped up or sorted out yet, so we'll have to wait on that. So for now I'll end the video there, and in the next one I should have some plates for the clutch, put the clutch back on, bow housing, fucking throw out bearing and stuff when it goes back together, and get it all nipped up and on the ground again. And yeah, run it up, make sure gearbox is sweet, make sure that power steering, I don't know if I showed you guys that actually, I've sort of finished that power steering reservoir off. That's what I come up with, mounted that there. So you'll test that, make sure that's all free of leaks and works good, and yeah, go from there. So anyway, that's me done. Cheers for watching, like always. Make sure you fucking like and comment, you dogs. Get that algorithm working for me, will you? Yeah, anyway, peace out, I'll see you in the next one. Psych, I got the shifter on. So, yeah, now she's complete. Bye.